Alright, YouTube, how the hell have y'all been? Have y'all missed me? Because I know I have damn sure missed you guys. Mr.JustRight1 is damn sure checking back in with you guys today. I hope everybody has been as blessed as I have. I am going to start off not with an apology, but a thank you for putting up with me in my long delay between videos. I've been working on some things, trying to make some things shake and happen, and I'm going to be sharing one of those with you today. If you do not know, now you know. The ProFile RDA by Wotofo and myself as a project we collaborated on to bring a different take to a mesh RDA. Before I dive down and show all the good stuff about it, I do want to clarify that this is not going to be a review video over my own product. I'm not going to do that. I am going to show you the product. I'm going to explain some things to you about it that I personally like and just all the little quirks about it that are really unique. And secondly, I want to go over how my relationship with Wotofo has come to be and what made us want to do this, what inspired us to make this happen. So bear with me one second. I'm going to get a drink of water. Dry mouth from hell. All right. So Wotofo and myself have been friends for a long time. I consider all the guys over there and gals to be personal friends of mine. Leon, Sky, Robin, Stephanie, Earl, Bill, Daryl, all those guys. Very, 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 very good friends. I mean, that's marketing, sales, engineering, designing, all of it. They're all very good friends of mine, and I'm very, very proud to call them my friends. We were sitting down having a discussion now a couple months back. I mean, probably January, somewhere around, I think it was January. We were sitting down having a discussion, and I was explaining to them that I liked mesh, and I think mesh should be revisited because as vaping evolves, we're a very young industry. I understand that our mods have evolved, our boards have evolved, our batteries have evolved, our mechs have evolved, the decks and standard coil decks have evolved, our builds have evolved, even our standard wire has evolved. I understood that the heating elements must evolve with vaping in order to continue to just generate a spark, to kind of go down that avenue and pursue it. You don't know what's at the end of the road until you go down it and try it. I mean, it's just the way it goes sometimes. So mesh being something that's been attempted before, this is not the very first mesh RDA in the world by no means. Mesh has been attempted before. And I'm not going to name drop the companies, but there were other companies that have done it. And they all performed so-so. In my personal opinion, they performed so-so. They all had a common problem. And I had all of them. I tried them all, and I was just kind of disappointed in some things. Like, man, what's the deal here? But I really, when it was right and done, and you could get it, the good vape off of it, they were phenomenal. But the industry itself and community feared from it. They kind of backed off and shied away from it because of the fact with mesh, here is your mesh, here is your cotton. If there's a void between the cotton and the mesh at all, you're going to generate a hot spot on that mesh coil itself, and it's going to give you a dry hit from holy hell like you don't want to be a part of. I promise you, I've done it. And people just grew tired of trying to deal with that. The second instance would happen, you would have your mesh, you'd shove your cotton in, you'd get it as tight as you could possibly get it, make sure you had no hot spots, you juice it up, like, okay, I got a good build in it, we can rock, we can roll. Well, you'd vape on it for 2 or 3 days, and then something that happens with cotton, and it happens in regular coils as well, is cotton collapses. Cotton can collapse after use with juice and so forth. It just collapses on itself. So that would generate another hot spot in mesh, and then out of the blue, you'd get this hit that was a dry hit, and like, oh no, I don't want no part of that. So you had to really start looking at mesh and how to utilize it. Mesh in sub-ohm tanks does great. It does phenomenal. I really enjoy a lot of sub-ohm tanks with mesh coils in them. So I started looking at the mesh in those sub-ohm coils. How are they doing this? Why is it working here but not in the other application of an RDA? And if you take a sub-ohm mesh coil apart and look at it, you'll see that the cotton is just crammed against the mesh. Like there's this, like between the wall of the coil itself and the mesh is so much cotton, it doesn't have a chance to collapse, and it will collapse over time eventually, but typically it doesn't collapse, and you don't have any hot spots in it because the cotton is just pressed against that mesh so hard. So we sat down and looked at it and said, okay, this is how we can do this. We can add tension to it so that it's pressed against it. The cotton stays pressed against the mesh, and even if after you use it, if you have collapse of your cotton, the spring will add more tension back to the surface area of that mesh, ensuring you get a decent vape or a good vape for a longer period of time, longer than typical. So without further ado, guys, I just want to show you guys the mesh RDA. I do often look at things and pursue things that are not typical of people. Like when everybody else gave up on mesh, that's when I said I'd like to pursue mesh. I would like my very first official project to be a mesh RDA. And I know people think, man, this guy's lost his freaking marbles. You know how hard it's going to be to get people to try mesh? Well, it has to be innovative. It has to capture people's mindset to say, you know what, that looks interesting enough, I'm going to try that. But it also has to remain versatile enough to say, well, if it doesn't work as this, it can still work for this. I feel this works great as a squonking device. I feel it shines as a squonking RDA in mesh. You can use a regular coil in it as well. I mean, that's a perfectly good option between both clamps. You can put a regular coil in there, put your Wicks in there, and go to town with it. It works great as a dripper as well. Me personally, I use it as a squonking device. I have it paired right here with the Wotofo Recurve. Shout out to Mike Vapes, great little device. I love it on this. It pairs well with my Asmodus Luna as well. I mean, I just really enjoy this as a squonkable device. So I'm gonna grab a rip real quick, see what we got here. Thing will rip. It'll get to it. So first thing I'm going to do is show you the packaging, guys. The ProFile. The ProFile by Wotofo and Mr.JustRight1. There's your deck and your bottle. Vaping with Mr.JustRight1, Wotofo as well. And then you have the back of the box. Let's see if I can get that somewhat in a focus if possible. If possible, if not, I'll go ahead and read it to you. It says, this kit contains the ProFile RDA one-piece, user manual, Japanese cotton, extra 810 drip tip, Clapton coil, mesh tool, extra O-rings, and extra screws. Made in China, manufactured by Wotofo. And it has Wotofo's logo, my logo, and the ProFile again. And I know there's people out there that say, man, why is the logo everywhere? Why is the name everywhere? Why is the logo everywhere? I'm proud of it, guys. I'm proud of my name. I'm proud of Wotofo's name. I don't see one problem with putting your name on something in which you designed. I don't see an issue with it. Some people may not like it, and I get it. That's fine. But me personally, I think it's rather unique that you get to have your name on something. I'm open these boxes up and go through these colors with you guys, and then I'm going to build one for you as well. So it comes offered in, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colorways. The first being the gunmetal colorway, and you get the gunmetal cap with a really cool looking resin drip tip up there. Then we have the gold ProFile. There's the airflow. This airflow is being used in a lot of RDAs right now. I like the multi-hole airflow like that. You can really synchronize or tune your airflow down as to how you'd like to vape it. A personal favorite of mine, the black, because the ProFile logo is blacked out. Same on the gold, it is also blacked out. And the rainbow as well is kind of just etched in there. A really neat looking drip tip. Of course, on the black one, I forgot to show you the cool red drip tip. And if you know me, black and red is like my two favorite colors. Actually, gold and red, and really good favorite colors of mine. And we also have the ProFile in stainless steel. That one's really clean looking. Comes with a blue resin drip tip. And this color here is one of my favorite finishes by Wotofo, and that is the blue. Comes with a really nice blue and purple resin drip tip up top. All of them will come with a secondary drip tip. If I can get one, I'll just show you here. It's just a simple frosted 810 drip tip. And the airflow. All them holes in the airflow. So I can show you the rainbow. A lot of little holes in there. There's the airflow adjustment. You can shut off just your top row, and you can shut off the second 2 rows after that as well. And it's not top, bottom, and then middle. It's just the top row, and then the second 2 rows you can shut off as you'd like. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pull one of these out of here, and I'll go with the gold. Why not? And show you the deck. And for this, I'm gonna screw this one off here. And for this, I'm going to grab this here and this again. Voila! Can you see me? No, you can't. You can't see me. You can't see me. But you can see this. Very nice Wotofo inside there. And again, if we can zoom in and see Mr.JustRight down there. Yes. But this cotton shelf is spring loaded. You see that, how it's spring loaded? And what that allows is when you put your mesh over the top of it, it pushes that cotton up like we said, like we spoke on it. Really, I think that is what makes this unique. Surprised nobody else came up with it before. And let me do this right here. Go ahead and, that's the packaging, the box. Let me pull this out and show you what all comes with inside the box. So inside the box, you're going to find a little bag of goodies. Inside that is going to be one mesh coil tool. I'll show you how to use this in just 1 minute. One Phillips head screwdriver. And an Allen key to remove your 510 pin. It does come pre-installed with a squonk pin in it, and I chose that. I wanted that because I personally feel as if it shines in squonking mode. So that's a disclaimer right now, letting you know it does come with that pre-installed. And then you will get your black bags. One of them is going to have some O-rings and some screws. Another one will have your spare coil, which is a frame staple Clapton 0.33 resistance, your owner's manual, color pictures, full instructions inside as to how to use this, which is really unique. Not unique, I guess it's not really unique because you need somebody needs instructions on how to use it. Comes with one strip of cotton, as well as the mesh coil. It is A1 Kanthal, resistance of 0.18, and you can kind of see the blown up diagram right here that kind of shows you the pattern of that mesh. It's really, really small. Let me see if the lens will work on that as well. If it will, I will gladly show you how this looks. Again, guess what? You can't see me. But it's not about me. Grab these and pinch it like that, and then show you. That is the mesh that we decided to use in here, and this was done for a simple reason of, typically with mesh, people claim that they didn't get a warm enough vape from it. We wanted to ensure that everybody was kind of happy with it. You can just lower the power if you don't want a really warm vape, but it's the power range on this. Suggested power wattage is like 45 to 65 watts at 0.17. I go a little higher than that and it does just fine for me. But the coil tool that was included that we looked at right here, you just take your coil mesh right here and just kind of bend it over like so. I kind of rub it over just a little bit, a couple times. And you come out with that right there, little half moon crescent shape. I'll grab the included Phillips head and turn these screws over. Don't like that one that much. I really like this one. And they are, so you can use a flathead or a Phillips, however you prefer. Just unscrew it. Set it in there like so. Tighten your clamp down on one side. All the while, kind of hold it down in there just a little bit. Make sure it's sitting snug on the bottom. Go down the other side. Tighten it as well. Get your coil tool again. Kind of wedge it in. I did that wrong. You wedge it in and kind of just roll it out. Make it round. So it's kind of even on both sides. Typically you don't really have to do that much. Pretty well, once you wrap it around that coil tool, it does pretty good for itself. Here is the cotton, and you will see it is thick. Yes, it is very thick. That's what she said. Hi-yo. But what I do is I just take this lead and push down on the deck itself, slide it through, and just twist your cotton as you're pulling it through. Twist, 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 twist. And once I twist it all the way through, give it a nice little tug back and forth. And then pull the end cap off. Take that cotton, because it's been with that little plastic sleeve on it, it's really kind of compressed. You just kind of want to shake it up a little bit, shake it up a little bit. Take your scissors and kind of lean it down. You see where it needs to be, kind of lean down, and just give it a nice little trim. Yes, I do have pink handled scissors. Scissors you want bright in colors, you can always know where they're at. Make sure nobody's coming at you with them. And do the same on the other side. Kind of lean it down, see where it needs to be trimmed, and trim it. I just take like a regular screwdriver or something and kind of fluff it up and work all the little bugs out of it. I typically like to use that coil cleaning tool with the mesh on the end, not the mesh, but the wire brush on the end of it. I just can't locate that today. I don't know where the heck I put it, but that's okay. So I'm gonna just kind of fluff that up a little bit. Kind of go through, and I just run my nails through it. Some people don't have nails, so that's where that little coil cleaning wire brush comes into play really good. And I just kind of thin it out just a hair, just a bit, not too much though. Thin it out. Take the other side. And I know what you're thinking, man, it looks like a lot of cotton. It is a lot of cotton. There is a lot of cotton in there, but it works in your favor because it retains a lot of juice. Therefore, you can get multiple pulls out of this without getting a dry hit. Take it like that, and then I just tuck the leads back into the deck. And I've seen videos of people cutting it off on the end. Ain't that about right? Sorry about that, folks. But people cutting it off right against the deck, and I personally don't like it that way. I don't like using it like that. But whatever floats your boat, whatever works for you, it's yours. Once you buy it, you can wick it however, whatever pleases your little heart. I wanted to show this video to clarify the wicking on this as to how I personally like to, And I've tried multiple ways. I really have, guys. And I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm not saying it's incorrect. I'm just saying that it's not the way I personally like it. You can do it however you wish. Kind of tuck that in there a little bit. I know people think, man, how in the hell does that get any juice up to it? What in the flip is the problem here? But it works, I promise. Kind of tuck that off in there. Continue to tuck that off in there. And that's how I personally wick it myself. What I'm going to do now is also throw a coil in another one. Just real quick. Screw it down. Unscrew that. Unscrew that. And the reason why I'm showing you another coil install is because I want to make sure that I pre-burn my coils. And guess what? I'm not perfect. I didn't pre-burn those other coils. And that's going to be aggravating. But it is what it is. Everybody makes mistakes. I'm not afraid to admit that I make mistakes. I am not perfect. Bam. Take my mesh again. Bend it around, give that a roll or two. Just kind of work out the edges on it. Again, put it in here. Push it down firm. And screw it down tight. Both sides. Take that rod. Pull it through. And make sure I get that on. The ramp up time on that is just next to none. It will flat out get it. But man, that is really, really scary, Joe. Well, it vapes very efficiently, I promise. And repeat the process with your cotton in it again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off. Let that cool off just a hair before I go to taking it off of there. Is it cool? Yeah, it's cool to the touch. Something else I like about mesh, they cool down really, really, really fast. I'll put this one back on. And I'm going to tilt this down with this camera view right here. For y'all real quick. Kind of show off some of its squonking action right here. Again, it's on the recurve by Mike Vapes and Wotofo. Give it a nice little squeeze. And typically what I would do is I would have my juice bottle filled up and then I would squeeze it and let it wick accordingly. But I'm just doing this to kind of show off the squonk action of this device. Goes like so. Again, I personally think this thing shines in squonk mode. I really, really do enjoy it in squonk mode. It works as a dripper as well. Give it a few more. Drop one over the edge. And I had to question somebody. I know I just looked at my phone. It just went off. Somebody asked me if this thing was squonkable. It squonks right through the center of that little valley there. So therefore your cotton is getting all that juice directly pushed into that coil or into the cotton. So therefore it wicks very, very efficiently. I'll give it a go. And today I got that Something by Round Z Liquid. I'll just go ahead squirt up top. You can already see the coils are already pretty well wet, but I'm just going to go ahead and give it just a little bit just to make sure that we're good on all fronts. It does hold a mess ton of juice in the cotton itself. It's wicking, but I like that because that means I can take multiple pulls and get a very, very good hit off of it. Oh hell, why did I take that off? Might as well show you what it does real quick. Alright, now I'll come back up top and take a look at it again, why not? And again, today I used, this is Something Sweet by Rounds E-Liquid. Really, really enjoy that stuff. What cap am I put on this one? I'll go ahead and do the black one, why not? Or the gold one. Push a little too hard on it. Give it a little squonk and give it a pull. The vapor production off of this is just, it chunks a lot of vapor, but it's flavorful. Probably one of the most flavorful RDAs that I've had the pleasure of experiencing. I won't lay that claim on top of it. I'll leave that to the other reviewers out there to get it and see what they have to say about it. I promised myself whenever I decided to do this that I would not be one of those guys that goes to its defense every time somebody had something negative to say about it. I do want it to speak for itself and let you guys enjoy it, you know, and there will be some naysayers about it with it being mesh. Oh, I don't want nothing to do with mesh. And I just ask that those individuals open your mind a little bit and try it. Give it a shot. Give it a thorough try. And give back an honest feedback. I welcome that. I really do. And I look forward to seeing what other people have to say about it. And the first pull was just a little baby pull. I'm not a big cloud chunking guy by no means. I'm a flavor guy. I like flavor. Guys, I really enjoy the RDA. It's an honor to be able to bring this to you guys. I'm thrilled that it was with Wotofo. Wouldn't have done it with anybody else personally. They are personal friends of mine, and no better people to have my first RDA come out with than Wotofo. I thank them for allowing me to be a part of this and let me pursue a dream, you know, of having something come to market that I really, really put my mind into, you know, like I really, really wanted to experience this and try my hand at putting a product out. And I know it's kind of cliche to say or whatever you want, but I'm proud of it. It's my baby. I'm anxious to see it spread its wings and fly and go out into the world and hopefully don't get shot down. I feel very confident in it, guys. I hope you guys do as well. And give it a shot. I hope it opens up and it ignites a mind out there to say, hey, if he did it, I can do it too. You know, and really get your gears working and thinking as to the innovation and creativity and application of innovation in vaping and the heating elements we use. You know, really open up your mind, guys. This industry grows within ourselves. You know, there's somebody watching this video that is vaping right now or has an idea that wants to get it put to market and thinks it's the next best thing in the world, or they really feel adamantly about it, or maybe another application of it wasn't done just the best and they think they have a way they can fine tune it. Explore those options, guys. I welcome that. I want others to do the same thing. If I can do it, you can do it. I mean that. Mr.JustRight1 is damn sure checking in and checking out at the same damn time. But before I leave, I'm going to say like I always do. And if at any given point in time you've ever felt like you are not a somebody, I want you to know that you are a somebody in somebody's eyes, and that somebody is me. I absolutely love each and every single one of you. I hope you guys have a blessed evening. Try the ProFile RDA when it comes out. It should be available the 27th. Look for all the other reviewers to have it. Thank you, Wotofo. Thank you for everybody. Twisted, Mike Vapes, the Vapor Chronicles, Tenacious Texas, Nick Bissett Daily Vape Television, Grim Green, Dwayne, Homeboy OC, Sinuous Designs, Jabo, all those guys. Thank you so much, man, for allowing me to be part of that community with you guys. Thank the community for believing in me and allowing me to be part of your lives. I greatly appreciate it, and I'm forever in debt. I absolutely love each and every one of you. Stay focused, stay blessed. I am out.